Well, good afternoon, everybody. It's good to be here today with you. I'm glad that you're here. I want to read just a few verses out of 2 Timothy chapter 4. I'm going to be reading verses 6 through 8. I want you to listen if you would. This is Paul's writing. For I am now ready to be offered, and the time of my departure is at hand. I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course. I have kept the faith. Henceforth, there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, shall give me at that day. And not to me only, but unto all them also that love his appearing. You know, that's always been a very special group of words. I've been having some eye issues that I can't see very good, and I can't focus very much. And these particular words was big letter words on the back of an obituary that I got at a funeral. And I was sitting there looking at them big words, and I have no problem in seeing big print. But I come home and I come up with 10 questions for everyone, for everybody. I want you to just meditate on what I just read to you. It's found in 2 Timothy chapter number 4. Verse 6 to 8, if you just want to go back and take a glance at it. Ponder your answers. These are the questions that I wrote down. I had the opportunity yesterday to take part in a message that brought these very words out. The first question, are you ready to die? Now, Paul says, I'm ready to be offered. I believe that Paul was ready to die. He was looking forward to his departure because he said his departure was at hand. Is salvation your offering? If you go back and you look at the verse, and I don't want to go back, it says, for I am now ready to be offered. Is salvation your offering? You know, if salvation is not your offering, you're not offering God anything. He's waiting on salvation. He gives you salvation when you ask him for salvation. Is your time at hand? It mentioned in these verses right here that my time is at hand. My departure is at hand. Is your time at hand? None of us know when our time is going to come. What was your fight? Now, if Paul was basically saying here to Timothy, I have fought a good fight. What was his fight? Well, we know what his fight was. All the things that he went through, the suffering that he went through, the hurt that he went through. We all know that. What is your course? You know, a lot of people like racing where you go in a circle where you keep your speed up. I like a race that goes in a circle. I don't like a road course. I want to see speed in a race. What is your course? If you used to go back and look today, what would be your course? What would someone say about your course? What's your evidence of faith? He told us right here in these words. He says here, I have kept the faith. What is your evidence of faith? Is it just a bunch of words? What's laid up waiting for you? You know, we still have time to lay up treasure in heaven. But we can't lay up treasure in heaven if we don't know him. If we don't have salvation, there's no way in the world you can lay up treasure in heaven, because you're not going to be accounted righteous to go to heaven because you don't know him. What's laid up waiting for you? What is your crown of righteousness? He told us right here that I have a crown of righteousness. You know what we're going to do with them crowns? We're going to throw them at Jesus' feet, because they wasn't ever our crowns in the first place. They was his crowns that he allowed us to wear. What rewards will he give you? You know, the reward I believe that I want is the reward of souls. I want souls. I want people to come to know a living Christ. You know, it was mentioned in Sunday school Sunday about all is vanity. And that's true. Everything in this world is vanity. Sooner or later, we're going to leave it all behind. Where I'm sitting at today might not be here if something happened to me and I should die. Somebody else might get this little old trailer out here. Somebody else might drive my vehicle. Somebody else might drive my truck. But you know what? They will not have my salvation. Because God promised me salvation. He promised it to me if I would be faithful to him and to trust in him and love on him. What rewards will he give you? And the last question is, are you looking for his return? I'm looking for his return. I don't know when he's coming. I would love for him to come today. But I have no clue of when he's coming. My desire is to continue to keep looking for him and looking for his coming, because he is coming. He's coming for every believer. He's coming for every person that believes in him and trusts in him. But they all got to have one thing in common. Everybody that goes to this place called heaven has to have salvation. You don't get there with your works. You don't earn your way there. You can't work enough to get it. You certainly can't work enough to keep it. You are the one that decides whether you have salvation or not. Are you looking for his return? The Bible's even said right here in these verses that we just read, he says, and not to me only, but unto all them also that love his appearing. You know, I think about his appearing every single day. And I'm not bullying nobody. I'm being honest with you. I look for his return every single day. I'm expecting his return any given day. You know, we all are guilty of posting foolishness on the internet, Facebook. If we was to post more about his return, think of how the Lord would love that if we was to talk more about his return. Thank y'all for listening.